Welcome to Voodoo Whiskey Gaming, and this is my second E3 2016 conference video. Specifically, this time it'll be the Bethesda Conference. Now, Bethesda opened up pretty strong with a not exactly brand new IP, but they're bringing back Quake, which admittedly I didn't really see coming, although I guess I should have on account of that's what they're doing right now. They've brought back Wolfenstein and now Doom, so it just made sense that Quake was next. I was never a big Quake fan, but I am curious to see what the new one will be like, and I'll probably play it when it comes out. They also discussed Elder Scrolls Legends, which is basically Hearthstone, but with Elder Scrolls stuff. Then they also discussed the Elder Scrolls Online, which, quite frankly, I just don't care about MMOs anymore. I've moved past that in my life and my gaming, so kind of tuned out for that, as well as the Elder Scrolls Legends. They showed off some more content for what's to come from Fallout 4, including a new creative workshop kind of thing. They showed off some actual DLC, some playable shit that actually matters. One called Nuka World, which people had been theorizing was going to be one of the next DLCs because they found it in like a line of code or something like that. Out of the two workshop DLCs they showed off, one not so interesting to me, but I do think the Vault Tech one looked really interesting. It looks like you'll get to build your own vault. It'll be kind of like Fallout Shelter, but in Fallout 4. To nobody's surprise, they showed off the special edition of Skyrim, I guess it's called, which is basically just an upgraded version of Skyrim for the PS4 and Xbox One. Now, the other one they introduced, and I couldn't figure out what the hell it was at first, was Prey. It doesn't look anything like the original Prey, and it doesn't look anything like what we saw from what Prey 2 was going to be. So it's not entirely new, despite the fact they said it was new. It's a new game, using an old name, I guess, but it does look really weird and interesting. There's some sort of like crazy space mystery. I'm really intrigued by this one. They also discussed new content for Doom, but I wasn't really sucked in by it because it was all multiplayer and snap map stuff. I really want more single player from Doom. I think that was where the meat of the experience was at, so I was hoping they'd show off something like DLC missions or something. They also announced Bethesda VR, which the first game will be Fallout 4 in VR on the HTC Vive. That's pretty cool, but I'm really not sold on the whole VR concept yet, so we'll see. Maybe next year I'll be more intrigued by it. And then lastly, they spent a lot of time on Dishonored 2, and I gotta say, I am really, really excited for this game. I mean, just getting to play in the Dishonored world again, that's going to be amazing. They showed off a lot of gameplay, and it looks similar but different in a good way. It looks like they've just expanded on what was already there and made Dishonored so great. The other thing that intrigues me is you get to play as either Emily or Corvo, and they both have their own like unique personality in this game. They're both fully voiced this time around, and they're going to have different reactions to different situations, so I'm pretty excited to see that. While Bethesda had a lot of stuff that we already knew was coming, they definitely dropped some awesome surprises, and I'm really excited to see what's next from them. I want to see how Prey develops and like where it goes. Thanks for watching, and keep an eye out for the rest of my E3 videos, and if you like what you're seeing, please hit that like button, and if you enjoy what I'm doing in general, share or subscribe. Have a good one.